Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 1 of Sociolinguistics 5G class, and in this video oh, we are going to explain language choice in multilingual communities. Before we start, uh, let me introduce our members. The first one is Ari Sa'ad Muhasa, Luqman Fariz, Maulana Yusup, Miranda Halomoan, and Sabita Ananda. There are three main subjects on this video. The first one is choosing polity or code. The second one is diglossia, and the third one is code switching or code mixing. And I am Maulana Yusup. I am Maulana Yusup, who will explain the first subjects, choosing a polity or code. Code or polity is a sociolinguistic term referring to language in context. A polity is a set of linguistic forms used under specific social circumstance. Uh, on the other word, with a distinctive social distribution. Polity is therefore a broad term which includes different accents, different linguistic style, different dialects, and even different language which contrast with each other for social reasons. To understand polity, we can look the example number one. In this example, describe Kalala, a 16 years old boy who lives in Bukavu. Bukavu is a multilingual city and also a multicultural city. He used three different varieties, or even sometimes more. He used a different varieties on a different social context. So Kalala speaks in five different varieties on different social contexts. The first varieties is C. C is his a tribal language. There are two varieties of C language. The first one is informasi. Informasi is used at home or at marketplace, where Kalala deals with vendors from ethnic group. And the second variety is Swahili. Swahili is lingua franca. Kalala use Swahili to talk to people from different tribal. The second the second variety is Kandal, the Violent Swahili. It is one of the national language. Kalala learned it at school and he used it in official transaction. The fourth the fourth varieties is Kimwana. Kimwana is his own linguistic feature. Uh, he used this language to children and adults he met in the streets. And the last varieties is Indoville. Indoville is very special variety. It is used by young people in Bukapa regardless of their tribal background. So, based on the table, based on the table, we can conclude that Halala linguistic repertoire are the varieties of Swahili. Sta- uh, these are Standard Swahili, Kingwana, and Indoville, and two varieties of C, formal and informal. So there are some factors that lead Kalala to choose one code rather than another. The first one is kind of social factors, that is social distance, status, formality, and functional. The second one is characteristic of the user or participants. The third one is Kalalas on a repertoire, and the last one is the repertoire of the person he is talking to. So on this slide, I'm going to explain the domains of language use. Domain of language use is an area of human activity in which one particular variety or combination of several varieties used. Typical domains in speech community are family, religion, education, employment, and friendship. Each domain has distinctive domain-specific factors like literacy, setting, and topic. This is the example of a typical domain, that is a family domain. In family domain, the topic can be family activities, and the setting at home, and the participants are family members. This table shows five domains and example of their distinctive specific domain factor. Uh, for example, domain family, the addressee is parents, the setting is at home, and the topic is family party. Uh, Another example is domain friendship, the addressee is plant, the setting at beach, and the topic is play beach, tennis, and so on. On this slide, I'm going to explain the modeling variety or code choice. To understand the modeling variety, look at example number 4. This example describes Maria who lives in London. She is Portuguese and she uses Portuguese at home and to other people at the Portuguese Catholic Church, and she uses English at school and mostly at work. The purpose of modeling variety or code choice is to summarize the norms of language used for a community. This table is showing the variety or code that is appropriate to be used by Maria in particular domain. For example, Portuguese is appropriate to be used in home and church domain, and English is appropriate to be used in work and school domain. So this is the last slide. This slide explains other social factor affecting code choice. The first social factor is social distance. Social distance means the distance of participants, like friends versus stranger. And the second social factor is status. Uh, Status means a relative status of floor the participants. The typical relationships are teacher pupil, a doctor with patient, soldier with civilian, flies with prisoners, and official with citizens. The third social factor is formality. Formality means the degree of formality. The example of this factor is the variety used for formal media lecture differ from that used for the adverbs. And another example, in church at a formal ceremony, the appropriate variety will be different from that used afterwards in the church porch. And the last social factor is function or the goals of the interaction. The example of the social factor is when Kalala applies for an office job, he uses his best standard written Swahili on the application form and his most formal style of standard Swahili at the interview. I think that all the explanation of me, and the next main subjects will be explained by my friend.